So we have discussed data types and some of the typecasting we have discussed in the last class, right? We have seen some simple example of the tuple. We are going to see the more example of the tuple today, and we'll be discussing something called control statements and loops, right? So before getting in that, uh, I want to show you something like um, how to the typecasting will work here. uh, how the most important thing is, let's say if I'm creating with different kind of variables, how it will be treating, how it is going to take it as we will be seeing that now. Okay. I am entering into Scala prompt. Let me show you something. What are the things I have done yesterday? Yeah, so this is what we have done. We have typecasted, uh, we have created a kind of list. Okay, we are going. Okay, let me show that we have created a list yesterday. In the list I have created with one statement with, come on, yeah, one statement is string, and another statement with a number, a third statement is with a character, and the fourth statement is with a boolean, and the fifth statement with a function like which returns unit which returns unit which returns unit, right? So what I have done here, I have created a list any type. What is the any type? What is the any type? It can be any value, right? When you are not able to typecast into one type to another type, by default it will take any type. Okay, let's look at here. I have created I have created a list with a different type of way, I can say values, different type of values, since it is not able to convert into a specific typecasting. So it will internally consider that it can be any data type. Any is the parent or a top level class of all the classes in Scala. That's what we have seen in the yesterday, right? What is any? Any is the top level class in all the classes in Scala. It is like, if you know Java, we have object is the top level class in Java. Similarly here, any is the top level class in a Scala. Am I audible to everyone? Am I audible to everyone? Yes, we are. Good. Now if it is any data type, forget about the lists. Okay, since I have taken the list here to make you understand, forget about the list. This is the way we create a list in the Scala. We'll see more in details about the list, how to create a list and all. So but to demonstrate how the any data type works, this is what I have defined. This is what I have defined, and we will see in a detail. Now this list, in the list of variables, how we will be accessing in Java, we will be passing like something like what happened to this? The list of an index, right? But when it comes to Scala, we'll be passing like this. Will be passing like this. It will return you a string. If I pass with a parameter 1, it will give you the values. It will give you the value. So this is what we have seen yesterday, something, right? So now I'm going to create with the type infer, where L equal to, or L equal to, I'm going to create list of list of list of 10 comma 20 comma 30. So could you please tell me what data type of this list is? What is the data type of this list is? Can anyone tell me what is the data type of this list?
Integer. Integer.
So since it's a very straightforward, since it has all the integer values in it, it is a integer type of list. It is a integer type of list. You can see here list of int, all are integer data types. Now you guys tell me, now you guys tell me, you guys tell me now what is the type of this list is? What is the type of list is? What is the type of this list? Now what is the type of this list? This is type of short.
Short.
This is the type of short. Why it is taken the short? Since in a list of variables, if I have a different type of variables in a list, if I have a different type of variables, your Scala type infer, what it will try to do, it will try to look for the what is the bigger vessel. Like a bigger vessel means who can hold the bigger value, compared to byte, the short can hold the bigger value, right? So your list will be inferred into short type. Let's look at here. Let's look at here. Now what is the type of this list? Integer. Since compared to your byte and short, int is the bigger value, so it is casting into integer type. So what I am trying to show here, in this diagram, whatever the bigger value, that's what you see here. That's the reason, there is some reason behind writing in writing in this form. So okay, instead of that, let me show that what I have drawn yesterday. It will go up. Look at here, your byte is typecasting into short automatically. The short can cast into int automatically. Int can cast into long. Long can cast into float. The float can cast into double. And your character can cast into int. That we will see later. Now what does it mean here? When your type is getting infer, the list of values. If it is a single value, it will automatically observes, right? Type inference, what is the type inference? Meaning of type inference, we know that, right? So if I am writing like val x equal to 100, it can easily understand that what is the type of this variable, right? But when I have a different type of variables in a list, I need, when I want to type infer into the proper type of, so I need to provide the whole type of the specific list, right? I need to provide, I mean, your Scala has to recognize this list is this type of list, this list is integer type, or this list is float type, or this list is some type of, when it has to type infer, it need to understand, so what does it need to understand what is a bigger type in this. Now let's look at here the same list I have like this. Now your list is double type, your list is double type. Let me show you this. Since I have a float type of value in this, I have a float type of value in this, it became a float, it became a float. If you look at here, all the values in the list is automatically changed into the respective data type. Look at here. Did I give a 10.0? No. Did I give a 20.0? No. Did I give a 100.0? No. I have given only one variable with a 100.0f. But if you look at here, the byte is 10, short is 20, and 100 and 100.0. So when it's inferring into the specific data type, it converted all the values into the respective types. So here in this case, L of, if I say 2, it automatically gives me a float data type value 0, 1, 2, 3, right? The indexes start with a 0, right? So now if I have a list, what I'm trying to show here, your type inference or your type casting internal in the list, a collection of variables, it will be typecasted into your byte into short, short into int into float, float into double, I mean, uh, and long, I mean, this is the way, I mean, I missed one point here. Your int into long, long into float, float into double, int into long, not the int into float, right? And character into integer type, right? Let me take a simple list here. If I take something like 10, 20, something like now you guys tell me what is the type of this list? What is the type of this list? We have seen this yesterday. This is any, right?
Mhm.
Since it is not able to typecast into a specific type, so what it will do? It will make it a any type. If it is becoming any type, since it is not converting, so it's not able to find. The true is a boolean. I cannot cast it into any data type. This is a string. I cannot cast into any type. This is the character. Character convert into int. But what about the true? What about the true? What about the string? Right? That's the reason it's okay, fine. I'm not able to convert into any typecast, and I'm not able to find any type for this. I'm not able to find a specific type of list. Let's take it as a any. Let's take it as a any. So that's the reason it is converted into any. It's a converted into any. And in the list of values, if I try to fetch any value, if I try to fetch any value, so the type of that value is any only. Any only. When it convert into float, if I try to fetch the value of that float, the each and every value become float. Each and every value become float. Now when it is converted into any, each and every value has become a any type. Any type. So if you want to convert into integer, what you need to do, first you need to convert into toString. Then we have so many functions are available from here to, okay, 1 second. Yeah, to int, to int, to int. Now look at here, it will become a integer type. We are converting explicitly. We are converting explicitly. To int, to boolean, to byte, to character, to float, right? So they're all, we are converting explicitly by using, that's called explicit typecasting. This is called explicit typecasting. So whatever is happening before, that is implicit typecasting, and this is the explicit typecasting. This is explicit typecasting. Let's look at this. It's the string type. Now it's become integer type. Now it's become a integer type. Explicitly I'm casting in it. Explicitly I'm casting in it. Now it is telling that number format exception. Number format exception. Hey, that was a string. I cannot convert into, I cannot convert into string. I mean integer type. I cannot convert into integer type. Okay, so that's it about the typecasting what we have seen in the last class. Okay, let me take and put it. Let me take these things. 1 second. For benefit of, for a benefit of our copy, we'll paste it here for our future reference. For our future reference. Okay. Now let's talk about the something called tuple. What is a tuple? Can anyone tell me what is a tuple? We have discussed yesterday. What is a tuple?
Collection of different data types, different values of different types.
Yep. So a group of or a collection of different data type values. So how we will declare them? How we will declare them? How we can declare them? Val tuple equal to, I can say, let me take an employee record here. I'm taking Ravi as an employee record and I'm taking his age and I'm taking his qualification. I'm taking his salary. Now here I have a different type of variables, different type of values. I can say group of different type of values I'm putting into tuple. Actually, what is a tuple? Tuple is a class. Tuple is a class. So if you want to understand whether tuple is a class or not, tuple, you can say dot get use tab, then press enter. Press enter. If you look at here, it is a class tuple 4. What is a tuple 4 here? What is this here? So I can say a tuple is a class. I can say a tuple is a class which contains different type of elements or collection of elements, right? Let's look at here. Let's look at here. I can write tuple is, I'm writing a definition here. Please, if anyone wants to make a note of it, okay? If anyone asks what is a tuple, tuple is a class. Tuple is a class which holds, yeah, it's already there. Tuple is a class tuple is a class which contain different or miscellaneous. What is that? Miscellaneous. What is the spelling for the miscellaneous? A different type, okay? I don't want to give wrong spelling here. So which contains different type of elements. Different type of elements. So now if you see this example, here I have a tuple which contains Ravi, which is a string type, which contains age, which is an integer type, and which contains string, again a qualification, and which contains something called double, which contains double. What is there? They are a group of or miscellaneous type of elements which referring by a single variable. I can call it as a record. I can call it as a record, right? If I go with the array, I will go with the same type of variables. If I go with a list, it will by default infer into some specific type. It'll type infer into specific type. That's what we have seen on the just, right? So I want a different type of variables, different type of elements in a single type. I will use a tuple class. I'll use a tuple class. Guys, I'm getting some disturbance from someone. I'm keeping everyone in the mute. Okay, so if anyone wants to talk, please unmute and talk. I'm keeping everyone in the mute. If anyone wants to talk, please unmute and talk, because it's getting some disturbance from someone. Okay, now okay Ravi, I find it's good. How any is a data type, tuple is a class, I mean any is a top level class, I can say, in all the classes in the Scala. When any contains look at here, I mean, I hope I thought you might have got this answer yourself. Now this is any, right? In this L of first element I'm referring. So what is the return type? What is the type of elements in the any list? What is the type? Everything is any. But in the tuple, what is the type of each element? The respective types. The respective types. You are able to find the difference, Nagesh? So if I go with the any, all the elements in that list, are any. Any is a data type. Here the tuple is not a data type. Tuple is not a data type. Tuple holds the different type of elements. Here to demonstrate any, I have hold in the list. Okay, I can have a single variable. I can have a single variable as a any. I can have a single variable as a any. But if I want to have a tuple in the single variable, I have to make it in this way. Now this is actually tuple means when you say tuple, okay, I cannot define a single what you call single dimension of a tuple. A tuple means when you have two variables, you should have a two variables, right? So when I define like this, it is treated as a single variable. So when I declare as a single in the brackets, it is treated as a single variable. So get class is given the string. Get class is given me string. But when I declare like this, when I say tuple dot get class, it is giving me a tuple class. If I start, okay, how to get the how to access the elements from the tuple? It's very simple. It's very simple. Dot underscore. If you want to get the first element, I have to say one. It will give me a Ravi, and it is given the return type as a string. It is given me return type as a string. It is given me return type as a string. Let's say if I access two. Here there is no index. Here the index is not start with a 0. Here the index start with the 1. It is not a list or it is not an array to start index from the 0. And if you see the tuple, when I'm accessing each element in the tuple, the respective return type is different. But if it is the list of any, as Nagesh asked the question, every time it gives me the same type of element, which is any, right? Yes sir, no. Okay, Ravi, okay sir. So I have declared 4 elements here. So what is the maximum number of elements I can define in the tuple? What is the maximum number of I can define in the tuple? You are defining like this. How many I can define? Maximum number of tuples like this. You can define max is 22. You can define maximum 22. You cannot create more than that, more than 22. And your tuple class supports. So tuple is nothing but a two elements or two-dimension tuple, three-dimension tuple. If you remember, in the pig class, I think pig is not happened to us, I hope. So this is tuple. Tuple is this is two-dimension tuple. This is three-dimension tuple. This is four-dimension tuple. I mean, if I have four elements here. So this is the tuples. Here tuple is a class which holds the miscellaneous type of elements and which holds the different type of elements in that. It looks like a bag, I can say, but the bag has a different meaning in the pig. Bag is the collection of tuples. Bag is the collection of tuple. That's the reason I didn't say it is a bag. That's the reason I didn't say it's a bag. Are you guys able to follow? Any confusion? Any doubt till here? Any doubt?
No.
Right? So accessing the
Mira,
yeah, because
so in best scenario, we can go for tuple instead of this on any, because for
no,
in any for
no, why you are getting confused with any and tuple? Any is a data type, guys. Any is a type like which can holds any type of elements. Any is a different. Don't get confused. Since I have shown that example, immediately I'm showing a tuple. You might have getting confused. Tuple holds the different type of variables. The list is list. That is a different. Any is so now I'm declaring a single variable here. This is any. You tell me
okay.
how can you say it is a and this and the tuple is same? It is not same. Your any is different and your tuple is different. Are you guys able, I mean are you able to follow Sudhir what I'm trying to say? I understand. So as soon as immediately I have shown the example with the list and immediately I shown the tuple, you got confused. That is the list. This is a tuple. List is different and tuple is different. And your any data type is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in any we are not getting exact like it's a boolean or it's a what. But in tuple we can get exactly the data type of that.
Any we are not getting, no, that is a list of any values. That's a list of any values. You are talking about list of any values. You are talking about this. You are talking about this now. You are talking about this. This is a list. Okay, don't get confused with the tuple and this. This is a list. This is the list. It is typecasted into any. Any is the data type. It is similar to. It is similar to. This is integer type of list. This is any type of list. So what is the relation? There is no relation at all in between the tuple and this.
Okay.
Now you see the difference. What is the relation where you can show the relation? This is a list of integers. This is a list of any type values. This is a collection of different type of variables. This is
Okay.
a collection of different type of variables. Right? This is a list of. This is a collection of. Okay. I think you'll find the difference here.
Yeah, yeah, I can see.
Got it?
Yeah, yeah, got it. Fine.
Yeah. And the list, right? It holds the from index 0, but your tuple start with
Tuple
top.
from S1.
Okay, the way you access tuple is different. The tuple, let's say you want to print something in the tuple, you will say tuple underscore dot underscore,
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
right? And in the tuple, let's say I don't want to provide tuple like this. Ravi, if I provide tuple like this, if I provide tuple like this, how will I understand what is the first one? I don't know Ravi is the a name or Ravi is the some item or what is that? I am not able to find what is that. How will I identify what is that? So what I can do, I can declare a tuple like this. I can declare a tuple like this. Look at guys here. Name, comma age, comma qualification, and I can say sal equal to I can directly say tuple. I can directly say tuple since I can assign the tuple to that. Here the tuple has directly converted into multiple variables. It is as see your tuple is nothing but where you're declaring a multiple type of elements in the single variable name, or you can declare a multiple values at a time for the multiple variables. Now name is a string type, age is integer type, the qualification is a string type, double is a sal is a double type. Suppose I want to get a sal, just click on the sal. I mean, just type the sal. It will give you a salary. You want the name, just get the name. You want the age, get the age. This is a tuple. This is a tuple. Are you guys able to follow?
Yes, Ravi. One question, Ravi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, in a tuple, like we have maximum length up to 12 element we can store, right? But in list we have unlimited or what?
Yeah, list is unlimited. Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So any other doubt? Any other doubt? Okay. So let me show you other way of defining my tuple. You can also define a tuple. Def. You can say def. I'll say person or employee. Get employee. get employee. I'll say employee record. So I'm going to show you is an employee record here. Employee record here. I'll say again the same. Let me take Ravi. Let me take age. Let me take a qualification. Let me take salary. Semicolon is not mandatory. You can use this. Now this employee I can directly assign to. I can assign to like this. Same as simpler as shown the tuple. Okay, similar way I can show here get emp. Same, either you can use the def keyword or you can use the tuple. So when I say def, when I say get emp, when I say get emp, it will give me the complete record here. You can give me a complete record. If you want to understand what is a get emp, say get class. Say get class. It gives you tuple 4 elements. Since it has a 4 element, that's the reason it is telling you 4. So let me copy this for our benefit of. Let me copy this. I can keep it here. Okay. Are you guys able to follow? I hope everyone understand
Yeah,
what is a tuple.
Veera?
Yeah.
Normally we use this def keyword for functions, right?
Yes. Defining. It is not only for the methods. You can define it. You are defining. Now you are defining a
Okay.
tuple.
Okay.
Okay. So if you define a method with a parenthesis, that's you are defining a method. Are defining a method. Is that clear? Any doubt till here?
Yeah.
No.
So Ravi, another difference is that for tuple we are using val, and for list var, right?
No need that. You can use a var. You can use
Oh,
var. No doubt in that. Equal to, you can define this. There is no such kind of constraint.
oh,
Val and var, I mean var is just like how you make use that. That's no difference in that. I'm just not pasting. Fine, no problem. I can do that. Let me change it myself here. I can change it. It's a mutable tuple now. I mean, it's just if you define as a val, your tuple cannot be modified. If you define a val, I mean, it will become a constant. If you define as a variable, you can change it. Now, let me tell you one thing. Here, I don't want to display. I want to suppress, or I don't want to access the salary. I don't want to access the salary. I want to hire the salary. Okay. How can I do that? How can I do that? Now, I have get this is what I have done, right? Now I have a salary, everything is accessible here. I don't want to access my salary. What I can do? You can define such a way that name, age. I can use a pair instead of that. I can define just an underscore. It's a placeholder. I'm just defining underscore. Look at here. It's not accessible. The salary is not accessible. I mean, this is a old one. Okay, this is actually a old one. Hmm. this sal, okay, you may say that you are able to access. No, this is the old one, old value. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me take tuple. Okay, now val, okay, even I have make use of this, right? I have make use of this. Let me create a fresh one. Okay, name one. Yeah, let me put in this way. Name one, age one, qualification one, and I do not want to access salary. I'm giving placeholder equal. Now I don't have something called sal1. I cannot access sal1 here. There is no sal1. There is no sal1. Okay. I hope you understand. So I hidden. I restricted the access of. I restricted the access of your what you called, what are the variable I don't want to access. So I'm getting 4 values from the tuple. I don't want the 4 values. I want the only one value. So I have restricted that. I have restricted that. Is that clear to everyone? And another difference from, I mean, since people are asking, that's why I'm showing it as a difference. Actually, there is no comparison with your list and tuple. Okay, there is no comparison. So list is the something is different and this is something is different. So when you want to iterate in the list for each of println, I can do like this. It'll iterate through. It'll iterate through your list. Okay, we'll talk about more about the list. Okay, I do not want to make you confuse here. So what I can do, okay, let me copy this part for our reference. Okay, I hope everyone doing a hands-on. Okay, so don't be such impression such a way that anyway I know it. So anyway Ravi has done in the classroom, so don't think that it will be there in your mind. Okay, there may be a chance you may forget after 10 days, 20 days. Okay, please do a hands-on. Okay, please do a hands-on parallel along with me. So here the list through list, I can iterate through each and every element by using a for each, so since I cannot do that, let me tuple dot, I don't have a for each. Look at guys here, these are the methods are available with the tuple. These are the methods available with the tuple. Okay, these are the methods available at the tuple, right? I do not have, if I want to iterate through a tuple, I don't have the tuple for each method. Here if I want to iterate through each and every element in the tuple, I have to use, look at here, product iterator, product iterator. I have to use product iterator. Okay, let's look at here. I want to iterate through. We already seen that a tuple has a couple of values. Let's look at here, product iterator, product iterator dot. Now look at this. Now look at this. It's become an iterator now. For each, you can say println. You can say println here. Then it will bring all the elements. It will bring the all the elements. Okay, it will bring the all the elements. Are you guys able to follow? Tuple, and if you look at here, what is this underscore 2 underscore 4 underscore 3? Positions. You want to bring us some elements positions. Okay, EQ is equal n is a not equal and equals. There's some comparisons where you can copy from others, where you can find there's the instance of variable, and where you can say these are all some set of methods are available in the tuple. You guys can play around with them. Okay,
Bira, this product iterator is converting the tuple into iterator also.
it's converted into iterator. From the iterator, okay, let me show that. Okay, for remove this,
Do a get class.
press enter. What did it become? The product iterator, what it has done, it's actually converted into iterator. Iterator of any type. Iterator of any type. Then when I do for each on iterator. Iterator means where you can traverse through, right? That's the meaning of iterator. So from the iterator, I have iterating for each element. For each element. Now look at here. When I say dot, press tab. These many methods are available in that iterator class, I can say. In that iterator class, these many methods are available. We'll be seeing fold, fold left, and fold all, fold right for all. These things we will be seeing, okay, as part of these things. Uh, these are the methods are available forever. This thing. Is it clear? Okay. Is this clear? Because your doubt is clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me copy this as well. Okay, which will help us to copy. I'm making these notes for you guys only. Okay, so it may help you later point of time to refer. So Control B and keep saving this. Okay, now let's move on. We have seen something in the tuple. We have seen something arrow symbol. What is this? What is this? Try to look at, guys, here. I'm going to create a tuple by using arrow. It's not actually a rocket. Rocket is a equal and a greater than symbol. I can say it is a mapping symbol, or I can say it's a arrow. Like let's say I'm going to say name string is created string. Look at here. What it has done, it has created, both are taken as a string actually. Okay, both are strings, name also string, and that other one also string. So let me show you other example where I can show this one into like a first, I'll say Scala. Look at here, one Scala. So why this name came Ravi here? Can anyone tell me why this name displaying as Ravi there? In this session I have already make use of the variable
Might
name.
be already used name before.
That's the reason. Okay, so already I have make use of the variable name as name before. So if I say name 2 or name 5, let's say name 5 I didn't make use. Name 5 I didn't make use anytime, or name 4 I didn't make use. Now, okay, it has to be it has to be a variable, right? Which if I want to point out, it has to be a variable. It's not declared anytime. I didn't create anything with the name. Okay, so here that arrow symbol, we actually we are creating a key value pair. We are creating a key value pair. Suppose if you want to create a maps in Scala, we'll use this arrow symbol and we'll create a map. We'll use this arrow symbol and we'll create a map. So Ravi, were telling you are creating a map key value pair, but you are showing you is here tuple. You are telling it is a tuple and you are telling it is as a map. What it is? If you are using like this, so you can see res31. Res31 is the variable, right? This is it is holding this one comma Scala dot get class. You try that, you look at it, it will says that's a tuple. It's a tuple of 2. It's tuple of 2. The same thing if I declare something like map1 equal to map of 1 is referring to Scala and comma 2 is referring to Ravi. Now this is the map type. This is the map type. You understand, right, what I'm trying to show here? Okay, if you declare as a single element with pointing out to key value pair like this, that is become a tuple. Or if you are using a map, the map actually this arrow symbol is used to create a key value pair. The arrow symbol is used to create a key value pair. So if we by using that arrow symbol we can also create a tuple which is the only two-dimensional tuple, not the multi-dimension tuple. Two-dimension tuple. Is it clear? Is it clear? And another one I have shown in the tuple, another method. Let's see, there are so many methods as I shown here. Look at here, toString method. There is something called toString method. What is a toString method? What is a toString method in Java? What is the purpose of the toString method in Java?
Print actually, we can customize the toString and print our own content, or else it will print class name at the rate the school.
What is the class name at
Traditional.
the rate? That is not the actual meaning of the toString. That is not actual meaning of the toString. Okay. So, but we are making use toString. We are overriding toString in that way. We started telling to the, I mean, we started assuming and we started telling to everyone saying that we are, if you didn't use the toString method, it will print as a garbage some hash code, some value. If you use a toString method, it will print properly. That is not the meaning of the toString. The meaning of the toString is it's a converts your object into string. It will convert your object into string. The main purpose of the toString method is you are converting your object. Let's say I have an employee, right? If I start printing employee in the console by using system.out.println, it will not print what I'm expecting. So that's the reason we will override the toString method and we will create a string. If you guys see, if you guys go ahead and see your toString method, what we have used in the real time in the return statement. One second, guys, some disturbance. In the return statement of toString, we are converting into string. We're converting into string. The main purpose of the toString method is to convert your object into string. Here also I'm converting my tuple into string. Here also I'm converting into my tuple into string. Here also I'm converting my tuple into string. Now it's become a complete thing is become a string. Now it become complete thing is become a string. Let's look at here. What it is telling. So no more tuple. It will become a single string object. No more tuple. It will become a single object, single record as a string. The complete become a single string. So the tuple was a class, or I can say it was a class type, or it was an object where it holds the different values. When I say toString, it converted everything into one string. You guys able to follow? Is this clear?
That means Vira, the tuple class is override the toString method, right?
Yes. No, I'm not telling that
That's
it's
what
not
I'm.
overridden. No. I'm not. No. What you have told is correct. I'm not telling it's not correct. Whatever you have told is correct. But what I'm trying to say, I have elaborated the main purpose of the
Okay,
two.
toString. Yeah.
So what normally we'll do in the real time, right? So we will override the toString method. Normally, what we'll try to say our students, or I can say we understood in that way. we understood that way, like what normally the main purpose. Okay, so normal what we used to say to people, so I have an employee class or employee object. Let me put an employee object. Here I have a ID, here I have a name, here I have a salary. Okay, so ID is 101. Let's assume that name is Scala and salary is 100. So this is my object. When I try to print this employee in the console, SOP of EMP, it will not print as I'm expecting. I'm expecting ID, name, salary, right? So it will give some garbage, some junk value. So what we will start doing, since it is not printing in the console or a log file, we will keep telling them to convert your employee into toString. So in the class of employee class, we'll tell them to override toString method. That's what we'll tell, right? In the toString method, what actually we're doing, we're writing a return statement, we're converting into string. This is actually a string. You start with a double quote. This is what. So the purpose of the toString, what I'm trying to say, the purpose of the toString is not for printing in the console, not for the printing in the log. The main purpose of your toString is to convert your object into string. That's it. You're converting your object into string. This whole object has been converted into string such a way that ID, name, salary. Now it's become a string. So whole thing has been converted into string with the values. So actually it's a value 101, Scala 101 or 100. It's become a string. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the purpose of the toString method. I didn't say what you have said is wrong. Clear, because
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So this is about the tuple and the typecasting. So we will see in the next class control statements. From here, guys, okay, these are the basics of Scala. From here, we'll be going a little faster. So please try to get the basic knowledge of what are we have till we seen the these things. Do hands-on. So tomorrow we'll be seeing if-else condition. So if-else is as similar as your Java. So I'm not going to spend more time on the if-else. So I'll be spending some time on the loops, and I'll be spending some time on the string interpolation. Okay, so if else is very similar to your Java if else statement, but there is a other purpose of making use of the if else. I'll show you that what is the other purpose. Okay, so that's it, guys, for today. So we'll meet tomorrow and we will get the more information. This text I'm just preparing the whole text. So this, my intention is to, fine, anyway, I can share it. But the problem is, if I start sharing every day, it will become so many text files so many text files to everyone. If you guys are okay with that, I can send that. Yeah, fine, I'll do that. Hmm? That's it, guys. Thanks for your time. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, fine. Hmm? Okay, so
Uh,
yeah, Shekhar.